quick in, and then we'll go back to the phone lines. Once again, that congressional switchboard number is 202-224-3121, 3121. All right, real quickly, Carl Jackson has written another great article that you can find at WorldNet Daily today. Its title is God Control, Is God Control Causing Mass Killings? That's a provocative title. Is God Control, and he has God Control in
parentheses.
Is God Control Causing Mass Killings? That's today. It's up today at WorldNet Daily. That's Carl Jackson. Let's see. Also got this from Rachel Cohen. Thank you, Rachel. Hitler had Jews surrender their guns, then surrender their lives. Boy, that kind of sums it all right up, doesn't it? That's what I call it. That's concision there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that the only reason we haven't been attacked on our mainland by any invading force is because they have no idea from where and how many and what type of weapons are going to come and meet them.
Yeah, wasn't it Yamamoto or one of the Japanese?
Admiral Yamamoto said we have awakened the sleeping giant.
But they also said it would be folly to invade the United States because you would find a gun behind every rock.
Yep.
And unfortunately, not behind every rock. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Al's on the line. Al, thanks for calling tonight. It's always a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you. No, see, that's not it. Once again, you've got it backwards. How many children must die before we realize that making people weak and vulnerable is not the way to go? You see, this is what happens, Al. It's not just the fact of giving up guns. It's the whole mentality that goes along with that. You are giving up your right to protect yourself. You are expecting others to do it for you. And believe me, they're not going to. If you, first and foremost, are not prepared to protect yourself, no one else is. You can depend on no one else. Yeah. Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
Al, the problem is you can pass as many laws as you like. A criminal, by its nature, does not obey the law. And so, if you just say, I mean, that's a perfect example. This college was a gun-free zone. The law says there are no guns allowed on that campus.
In fact, there was I believe, an Iraq War veteran who had a concealed weapons permit, wanted to bring his gun on campus. Evidently, they prevented him or they took it away from him. But he presumably would have been able to protect the others. See, this is the whole point, Al. It goes beyond guns. It goes to the mentality of, do we want to be responsible for ourselves, which includes having to take care of ourselves, feed, clothe, house, protect, or do we want others to do that for us? I don't believe that that's what the human soul longs for, others to care for it. It longs to care for itself and others, and you cannot do that from a position of weakness.
Yeah, Al, they banned all handguns and most firearms in England. It's only certain hunting weapons that you're allowed to keep, and you cannot transport them openly.
Yeah.
And so what happened to the crime rate? Well, no, actually, the assault rate has not gone down. All that's happened is people have been using knives. Now, in England, they are wanting to pass a law to ban any sharp-pointed knife that's over 6 inches long. So where does it end? Because I'm not going to take a knife to a gunfight.
Exactly. This is, once again, the whole point is to be able to protect oneself. Al, I'm certain, let me back up. Are you a family man? And you don't have to give me details, but do you have a family of your own? In other words, wife and or children. Okay. If someone were to break into your house and threaten you and your loved ones, wouldn't you want to be able to protect yourself? Yeah, but it does happen.
It happens all the
it does
time,
happen, and
Al.
it happens. It happens all the time. It just hasn't happened to you yet, and I pray God that it doesn't. But if it does, that will be the moment you will say,
I wish
now
I
I
had a gun.
understand what they were saying. All right, but listen. Okay.
All right, then let's ban
hold
all
on.
cars.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Al, do you wear a seatbelt? Do you? Okay. Well, having a gun is the same as wearing your seatbelt. You are taking an effort to protect yourself. Just think of it. No, it is not. It is a step in. It is a step in the right direction. And believe you me, God wants us to be able to protect ourselves, so that then we can also protect others of His children. If we are weak and defenseless, what good are we to anyone else?
And I'll guarantee you that if anybody's coming into my house and they're walking up the front door and they see the sign in the window that says, "Beware of owner," with the picture of the revolver pointed at them, they're going to go to the next house.
They'll have second thoughts. Al, I hope you have second thoughts about this as well. But God bless you. I always enjoy your phone calls, and then please keep calling back. And thanks for listening.
You know, if a guy attacks me with a machete or a long-bladed knife, I cannot go and say to him, just hold it right there while I go to the kitchen and get a knife to protect myself.
Don't make it a fair fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like the
They're not
Indiana
gonna let
Jones
you.
thing, you know?
Right.
Guy starts swinging the big knife around, he just pulls out the gun, bang.
Bang. That's
Done.
it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's,
end of conversation.
that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, we bought Bernadette her nightstand weapon, in a nice little Ruger LCP-9. No, LCP-9, but it's her nightstand weapon for one reason. When she puts her hand around it, the little laser sight comes on. Okay, so whatever's coming through the door is automatically going to have a little red dot on it. All she has to do is squeeze the trigger. Now, what's nice about that is that, you know, she has that for protection. What concerns me is now I have to go, honey, I'm home. It's me.
That'll teach you, buddy.
Yeah, that'll learn me.
All right, we're running out of time in this segment. Steve, Craig, please stay on the line. We'll get to your phone calls when we come back after the break. You'll have to wait through the news break, but I'm sorry, we're only down to 1 minute, and I don't want to shortchange anybody here. So please stay on the line, folks. If you want to be in on the conversation, 407-774-8255 is our number, and 202-224-3121 is the number for the Capitol Building switchboard if you would like to call and express your support or displeasure, if that's your preference, for Dan Webster to be the next Speaker of the House. We need a man of principle, integrity, and he's a God-fearing man, and that's what we need the most in our leaders. We don't need people like Barack Obama who think they have all the answers. We need people who understand that it takes a meeting of the minds to come up with good answers, not pouting politicians like himself. All right, when we come back, as I said, we'll continue this conversation. Once again, that Capitol switchboard number is 202-224-3121. Please express your support for Congressman Dan Webster. He deserves it, and we deserve it, because we deserve a whole lot better than what we're getting right now. All right, we'll be right back after this short break. You are listening to the American Adversaries Drive Time Primetime Show on FM 105.5 and AM 660, The Answer.